Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gigo, and today's video we will be touring the down floor to check out the result of the decking, how it look underneath, as I promised you in my previous videos, because we are removing the wood now, which we are going to use for the next decking. At the moment we are at the lintel stage, so we are taking the wood out stage by stage. So as you can see, this is the result of how the decking look like. Very smooth, great job done here. You can see the lintel also as well, the beams, and how it looks. Really nice job. Everything looks neat. You don't see so much like overflow of the concrete. So it's really good job, and I want to share it with you guys to check it out how it looks downstairs. So this is the corridor. So from here are all the rooms. It's 4 bedrooms downstairs. We have two large rooms, kind of large room, and then two small rooms. So this is one of the large rooms we have downstairs. It's everything is ensuite. It has its own toilet and bath. Every room has its own toilet and bath. So this one still has the plastic on, so we don't see how smooth it is. So but then the plastic gives it that smooth, surface. As I said in my previous videos before, like the moment you take your wood out, it is gone. It is really gone. They will take all the wood from you or from the site. So we try as much as possible to take it. If we need it, then we take it from the wall, and then from the roof. I said the roof, from the deck, and then we use it. If we should take everything and put it down, it's gone. It's gone. They will take it and use it for firewood and stuff. So yeah, this is how the end result of the whole decking. Very beautiful job done. Everything looks great. And as I said, it's very important to get the same level of the beams, and also with the lintel for the doors and the windows. So as you can see, I have only one person on site doing the formation of the beams and the lintel, so that he gets the right measurement. He gets the right level for the beams. Sometimes we do use two people comes on site, but most of the times it's just one person doing the carpentry work for the lintel. I will say the carpentry work. So this is another room. This is the room. I think this is the third room. Yeah, third room. Beautiful job done. Nicely done. Yeah. So from there, this is the place we wanted to use as a storeroom, like a provision store for my mom. But we've changed our mind. We're going to use it as a room. So I think this is the biggest room downstairs. So making a total of 4 bedrooms. So you can check the work done of the decking. So yeah, that is it. Initially this place was supposed to be the office, but we're going to change it and use it as a toilet and bath. As you can see, there's no plumbing work here because we wanted to use it as an office, but it's easy to just create a hole at the back and then connect with the pipes. Yeah, so work is still progressing. There's still work going on upstairs. I don't know if you can hear the sound. You can hear the sound from upstairs. There's still work going on. So yeah, the corridor again. So all the rooms are at this side, and then you have the living room on your right hand side, and then the kitchen is also there. So it's just a simple concept, just an easy one. Your living room here, you have the kitchen on your right hand side, and then all the bedrooms are at the back. Like I said, this is more like a family area. So welcome back to the second level, which is the first floor. As you can see, work is still ongoing. It's moving slow, yeah, but that's because we have just one man on site. Sometimes someone comes to help, but at the moment we have just one man on site who is the carpenter doing all the carpentry work and taking the measurements very carefully because it's very important to get the level right. I am not in a hurry to build, so I just want to keep, someone on site every day as I keep saving money to go to the next stage. So this is a way of keeping, the workflow on site. And if you've also checked my decking video, the carpentry work also, it was only just two men on site doing all the carpentry work for the decking. And you should always try to build step by step, to keep the workflow going. Do what you can at a certain time. And before I forget, we are talking about wood here, so I have to give a big shout out to my big man who, helped me so much. I'm really grateful, man. As you can see, you see what they are doing to your wood now. They are really cutting the wood into pieces now. And like when it is being cut like this, you cannot join it again. So that is the end of the wood. You can't use this for anything else, unless maybe you have a place to patch. So building is always with strategy, it's always strategy. So this wood has been used for a decking. First decking has been used for the same thing they are going to use it now for lintel. It has been used for beams. I also use it for my decking and I'm still going to use it again. So wood, if you take good care of wood, you can reuse it so many times. The wood we are using now has been used for a whole project. It was bought to be used for a decking and then they reuse it for the hidden roof gutters and also the beams to hold the roofing. And I also use it and I use it for my decking and I'm using it for my beams now and also my hidden roof gutters, and I'm planning to use it again for my next floor decking. Maybe we might buy more wood because now most of them are being cut now, but it is really a blessing, and if you take good care of wood, it's a blessing as well. You can use it so many times. So this is an experience I would like to share with you guys, that you always have to plan how you want to use your wood. That's why you have to keep the workflow. If you keep the workflow, you can reuse your wood so many times. That's why we didn't take it off from the decking until it is needed. So let's say for example, if we want to use wood at this stage now, we know the measurement of the wood we need. So when we go downstairs, we look for a similar measurement, to use, so we don't have to cut too much or we don't have to misuse the wood. One thing I also learned from my senior man who helped me with the wood is about workflow. Workflow is very important in building. You really have to keep a workflow. If you build, I always say you should build step by step, but the interval between the steps shouldn't be that long, because sometimes if you use this wood for a pillar or beams or something and it is exposed to the environment with rain and stuff, by the time, if you leave it for 3 months during the rainy season, by the time you want to reuse it, it's all spoiled. It's soft. It cannot be used for what it's supposed to be used for. So you also have to keep the workflow that, hey, from this stage, this is where I'm going and I'm going to need wood. So let's use the wood this way. That is why you also have to come with a tactic where you can cast your pillars and within 4 hours you can take the wood out and keep them like what we did with these pillars, you know. So you cast them, you just have to put more cement in it, you know, the calculation is there. You do it, then you can take the wood out to save the wood, you know, dry. Always keep the wood dry. So workflow is very, very, very important. To keep the workflow, it helps a lot. And this is what I learned from my senior man. You know, the workflow doesn't mean you have to be pumping money all the time so that your project keeps going. As you can see, I'm trying to keep the workflow going, but you don't see much, you know, progress going fast, fast, fast. You know, it is about just setting a pace, you know, just letting the contractor or your builder knows that this is what you can bring at the end of the month. So if it is 5,000 that you can bring at the end of the month, what can we buy and put it down? Can we buy bags of cement? Put it down. Can we buy wood? Put it down. So we have a certain quantity of materials which we can begin work with. You know, that is the kind of flow. So whilst at this moment we are just trying to save money for iron rods, so that is the whole preparation going on now. So by the time he will be done with all of this work, which will take a week, maybe my iron rod money is ready. So the moment he's done, the iron rods are there. I already have stones. Like I told you, I started buying stone and sand and stone, which I already have in the beginning of the video. You saw it. It's already there. And then we begin with the wood because I already have the wood. So I only have to pay for workmanship. So that is the kind of flow which I'm trying to explain. So I'm not buying any materials for the work being done now, you know. So I only bought sand and stone, and I'm planning for the iron rods. And whilst I'm planning, this guy is on site every day, you know, trying to catch up with the progress. So by the time he'll be done with the sideboarding, the iron rods are ready. We have about a lot of guys that comes on site, and one time the work is done. So when he's done with the sideboarding now, the iron rods will be ready by then, and then everything is casted one time. So when the iron rod is done, I have to think of cement. So that is the kind of workflow. You know, if it is 5,000 you have a month, you can send 5,000 Ghana cedis a month. Let them know, make your calculation, and keep that level, keep that flow. You know, and it makes the work, you know, move. And by the time you realize you are done with your house, you know, that's the kind of flow I am going with now. That's why I don't have so many people on site. You know, when the people are needed, they will come. When it comes for concrete casting, that you cannot play with labor because it is a hard job. So then you get the manpower, you get a squad, cho boy, hey, then the work is done. See, but this one person can do it. As you can see, he's doing it alone. But not everybody can also work alone. You know, that's why you need a team. So I'm going to end the video here. It's almost the end of the month, so I'm buying my iron rods, and I'll see you in the next episode.